Today the Church rejoices in the holiness of a great mother, Saint Monica, born near Carthage. She was great for her piety, she often pleaded with tears, and great for the great son she gave to Christianity, Saint Augustine. Monica is an example of a wife and mother full of strength, surrounded by suffering, with a tenacious yet tender piety. She achieved the conversion of a difficult husband and the even more arduous conversion of her son Augustine. She pleaded with God even with tears, to which her son responded with laughter. God took pity on those tears, but at the same time, God also rewarded the saint's tenacious human effort. In fact, she did not hesitate to travel to Rome in search of Augustine, who, without a son's heart, was running away from his mother. A good instrument of God, Saint Ambrose, Bishop of Milan, finally succeeded in winning young Augustine to the faith. Shortly thereafter, Monica departed this world, having seen her son baptized, the future Bishop of Hippo, and the greatest of the fathers of the Western Church. Prayer of the Day. Today, Christ's condemnation of the Pharisees for their hypocrisy leads us to consider the danger of falling into a merely formal justice, forcing the truth of things. The most fundamental, love, caritas, is an extraordinary force that moves people to commit themselves with courage and generosity to the cause of justice and peace. In order not to fall into hypocrisy, then, I must be very sincere. First, with God, because He wants me to be pure of heart and to detest all lies, since He is totally pure, the absolute truth. Second, with myself, so that I am not the first to be deceived, exposing myself to sin against the Holy Spirit by not recognizing my own sins or clearly manifesting them in the sacrament of penance, or by not trusting sufficiently in God, who never condemns those who act like the prodigal son, nor loses anyone because they are sinners, but because they do not recognize themselves as such. Thirdly, with others, since, like Jesus, we are all enraged by lies, deceit, insincerity, dishonesty, disloyalty, and lack of nobility. And for this very reason, we must apply the principle: what you do not want for yourself, do not want for anyone else. We must make these three attitudes, which we can consider common sense, our own, so as not to fall into hypocrisy, and realize that we need sanctifying grace because of original sin caused by the father of lies, the devil. Therefore, when it comes time for examination, beware of the silent devil. We will also keep in mind Origen, who says, "All feigned holiness lies dead because it is not driven by God." And we will always be guided by the elementary and simple principle proposed by Jesus: let your language be, yes, yes, no, no. Mary does not use excessive words, but her yes to goodness, to grace, was unique and truthful. Her no to evil, to sin, was resounding and sincere. God bless you.